Hello everyone! Just right off the bat, this video will contain some whining, but it's not the first time I've used you guys as my therapist. But hey, hopefully by the end of the video we get somewhere. Maybe I feel better. I don't know. I have no idea. We might end up talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. Maybe wild conspiracy theories I just make up on the fly as we go. I don't really know. But I guess the main point I want to point out in this video is I'm trying to do better, man. I'm trying. And I'll explain. Oh, God. Okay, so I like the company I'm at. As far as making money goes, I mean, they are relentless. Like, they will run every minute of your clock that you can. So that's a really positive thing, because I have worked for a number of companies that didn't seem interested in moving their trucks. So that's been really cool. Been making decent money, you know, as far as over-the-road trucking goes, in dry van and refrigerated and stuff. It's just, yeah, it kind of is what it is. And I guess a lot of the point I'll make today too is a lot of this is my own damn fault. A lot of this is my own damn fault. But here's what I'm frustrated with, and then we'll talk about whatever we talk about. I've been running for 5 weeks. I mean, every day. Every day. We have ran the clock in a way that we haven't stopped for any resets in that entire time, and have worked every day. So you have to understand, when I asked for some home time 2-3 weeks ago, and they approved it, I was very excited to be out of the truck this weekend. Look where I'm at. In the damn truck. In the truck. Oh. I guess, like I said, some of this is my own damn fault. I choose to be an over-the-road trucker when I could be local, or I could be like a regional dedicated home every weekend type of thing. But I, for some reason, am always drawn to the over-the-road part of trucking. And so for anybody just now seeing this video, that's the realm of trucking that I live in. I often get the suggestion, go do local, do dedicated home every week, and things like that. But I don't know. I just exist on the road. That's what I like doing for the most part. But here's where things get screwy. They send me about 350 miles from where I'm supposed to be off this weekend, and then they tried to send me a load picking up right after that, going the way opposite direction. And I said, hey, this doesn't work. I'm supposed to be off in this certain place. And straight up, my company just abandoned me at that point. They said, we'll figure it out, and left me to sit here all weekend. And that is the worst part, I think, of being a company driver. Right at this very moment, for this very specific reason, I'd much rather be a lease purchase operator. Definitely would rather be an owner operator, but I'm not in that point in life to be able to do that. But a lease purchase operator, yeah, I'd have to eat the cost of fuel, but I would have made it to my destination. And they said, no, just sit there, sit tight. So hey, I get to make no money. That's cool. I get to sit all weekend in my truck. I mean, I do like playing Cyberpunk. You might be able to see it on the TV back there. And that's cool, I guess. And I am losing my mind, as evidenced by my last video. I'm out of my damn mind, just sitting here. And that to me is just such a frustrating thing in over-the-road trucking. I'm gonna try not to go full-on complaining in this video, and I'm trying to calm myself down and just breathe through it and all that. But like I said, I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be better. But that is, to me, the most frustrating thing, because yeah, not everybody has what it takes to be an over-the-road driver. And that's not saying that, you know, there's people that are not strong enough to do it. It does take a certain kind of person to be an over-the-road driver that will run 4 to 8 weeks at a time. Some people run a whole lot longer than that too, and just not everyone can do it, right? But I guess just what drives me crazy is that when it comes time for your home time, I mean, you're making every load on time, you're making yourself money, hopefully you're making the company some money. Hard to say in this fucking market, right? And then when home time comes around, they just completely bail on you. And that sucks. That's a really horrible thing. So You guys know me. I have a very short fuse with things like this. I have very little patience for when I want something that I feel like I've earned. And 5 weeks on the road, I asked for basically 2 whole days off, 3 nights off. And that's all I asked for, and I was ready to get back on the road. And they completely just, I mean, I'm not lying, abandoned me. And then when I started complaining a lot and saying, hey, I need to get home, I'm calling, I'm sending messages, I'm saying, guys, did I not earn my time off? Like, what do you need from me? And they say, hey, we don't know what to tell you. We just can't find you a load. Then we start getting into like some crazy shit that I was like, what the fuck is going on? Apparently this company has an expedited division. I had no idea. I won't say where I'm at, but I'm nowhere near what this guy was asking me for. He says, hey, I know you're trying to get home. He says, and this doesn't get you there, but it's a step in the right direction, he tells me. He tells me it's a step in the right direction. I got a hot load. I wish we'd stop using that terminology, if I'm being honest with you. I don't want guys calling me up telling me they got a hot load. That's not what I'm here for. Got to pay me a lot more than what we're paying me now. A lot more. Anyways, back to the point. He says, this thing has got to go. He said, it's picking up in Cleburne, Texas now. He says, going to Kingman, Arizona. Can you go grab that and make it in one shot? And then from there, we'll send you home. And I said, sir, are you out of your mind? I said, I'm nowhere near Cleburne, Texas. And the idea that you can go get loaded, that's near Dallas. I think it's somewhere near Dallas, right? And regardless, it's in Texas. And make it in one shot to Kingman, Arizona, legally. Is this dude stoned? Like, is he drunk as hell? Or what is going on with this guy to even think that makes any little bit of sense at all? You can't run that legally. It's like, that's like a 16, 17 hour drive by car. So I asked him, I said, why are you calling me? Like, what are you talking about? I said, that all of this sounds crazy to me, and none of it does anything to help me get home. Nothing at all. He's like, oh, I didn't realize you weren't around Texas. What, you didn't realize? I wasn't? Okay, whatever. Fine. But isn't it crazy how when they screw up your home time, they've always got a solution for you? Hey, we got something. But it's nothing. It doesn't make any damn sense at all. And I won't lie to you guys. I kind of threw a tantrum and shut myself down for the weekend. I said, don't bother me till Monday. I said, what's the point? I mean, sure, I could go out and make money, you know, but hey, you know, to me, it's a respect thing. Sure, I can go out and make me some more money and make the company more money, but I earned those days off. So I'm just so frustrated. And like I was saying, you guys know me. I don't have a lot of patience for this, and I have to stick with this job for a while. I have got a reputation as a job hopper, which I should. I've earned that reputation. And to me, that's frustrating, though. You know, I know you can't get a lot of truckers to agree on anything at all. But what if all of us over-the-road truckers agreed on this one simple premise? Our home time's important, right? There's probably a couple things that matter. Our pay, that's important. We want to get paid, right? If we agree to the pay and we're still mad about the pay, then that's because we're doing dumb shit, right? But let's say a company just decides not to pay you, or they didn't pay you for a load and they never correct it, right? Our pay is very important. And then for us over-the-road drivers, our home time. And I think there's no room for discussion on that. So I guess for me, I get a little bit frustrated when truckers participate in calling other truckers job hoppers. I have quit a lot of jobs. I absolutely have. I think my reasons for the most part are valid. I've quit some because I don't know. I don't have a good answer to that, if I'm being honest with you. Just bad reasons. But so what am I trying to say? Oh, this stuff is done now we're going to get into the conspiracy theories, right? But this stuff is done by the companies by design, right? We're gonna, hey, if this guy leaves us and then they leave this other company and it's because we're not giving them home time or we're not paying them, we don't have to take any responsibility for that. We can just, as an industry, label that person as a job hopper. And then we can kind of aid in them ruining their reputation in the trucking industry. And when we as truckers go along with that and say, hell yeah, that guy's a job hopper, I think we're doing a disservice to ourselves as a whole, right? If we all agreed on a few things that we won't tolerate, that we just won't accept, I mean, we would have the power to change the industry, right, for the better. Those are the two things I can think of, right? Equipment matters. You know, you don't want to be broke down all the time. You don't want like a company that doesn't allow you to idle but doesn't have any APU. That wouldn't make for a very fun time now, would it? I've never heard of a company like that, but you wouldn't want it. But I mean, why can't we just agree on a few things and then use that, you know, to change the industry that we work in, right? To me, stuff like this is just unacceptable. I mean, I'm 5-6 hours from where I'm supposed to be, and I just straight up can't go. Not allowed to. You just sit there and you deal with it. And I could have worked. Don't get me wrong. I could have worked. I will not lie. Sometimes I can be a big old man-child out here too, and I did throw a bit of a tantrum. I did, and I just said I was already scheduled to be off, so don't give me anything till Monday. My fault. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but what am I supposed to do? Like, I don't know. I have no fucking clue. But I just, hold on, I need some nicotine, man. Thank you to my therapist here on YouTube for listening. Maybe I should be smarter. Obviously, I like to think I'm a person of average intelligence, at least, right? I'd like to think that. But I guess a lot of my problem with trucking is I do react to things not going the right way in a very emotional way. I'll quit my job, you know, and I don't know that I'm wrong to do that, because this isn't like okay at all. It's not okay. The very, very first time I request time off, and this is what we do. But I do wonder, you know, all I got was like a sorry. Oh, we're sorry. Cool. Yeah, okay. Well, that solves that. Problem solved. But do they just... I can't get my thoughts together, guys. I've never been this frustrated. I haven't been this frustrated in a very long time. Just because I'm just stuck in such a difficult place. Don't act like I didn't think about quitting my job yesterday. Yeah, I sure did. You know, and it's still like racing through my head. Just fuck them, then. If they don't respect me, if they don't value me as an employee, why am I here? But since I've quit so damn many jobs, I'm screwed. You know? And I don't know what to do about that. But there's a big push for automation in the industry. And I used to be a proponent of that. I think proponent is the right word, not an opponent. I don't think automation's the worst thing ever. Because I don't think that automation eliminates the job necessarily. Like, you can automate the truck, but do you still take the driver out of the truck? I bet you don't. I bet you don't. And automation only makes our jobs easier. So, but I think when a lot of people think of automation, they think like the entire truck will just be automatic, or autonomous, and nobody has to be involved. And I think that's false, right? But here's where we get crazy. Are the heads of these companies so convinced that automation will happen that they just don't give a shit about a truck driver anymore, and they say, hey, all in due time, we won't even need to hire these guys? And maybe that's what they're banking on. And like I said, a lot of this shit is my own damn fault. maybe if I didn't quit a few of the jobs I've quit over very silly reasons, I would have built a relationship with a company that does give a damn about me, that does care what I'm doing, and cares that I get home. But I haven't done that. Yeah, I straight up haven't done that. And I haven't been this frustrated for so long, guys. I haven't. I'm trying to be a goddamn adult about it. I'm trying not to be like, then I'll just fucking quit my job. Quitting a job is expensive, man. It's hard to do. It costs you a lot of money and downtime to get back in a truck at a different company and get back to work. You know, and then you go there and you work there for a month or two, 3 tops, before they just treat you like, you know, just another person they don't care about. And you just repeat the cycle until you die. And that's what's really bothering me. I don't know how you're supposed to act when you're in your 40s. I just got here. I just made it to my 40s just a year or two ago. And I don't, like, what's left at this point? You just do the same thing over and over every day, expecting a different fucking result, and nothing happens. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're supposed to do at this age, man. I can't figure it out. This is definitely a midlife crisis, isn't it? I can't figure it out. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. But I mean, in the 5 full weeks that I've worked here, I was only late to 1 appointment. That was their fault. They sent me the load late, and I had no choice but to be late. 4 of those 5 weeks, I've ran over 3,000 miles, just at that 3,000 to 3,200 range. One of them was only like 2,600, but that's the loads they gave me. And, you know, I've done it safely and on time, and I feel like that matters. You know, I feel like that should matter. So it doesn't. It doesn't. And that's the part about this that's so frustrating, because I don't think I have a choice, you know. And don't act like my stupid ass wasn't on the fucking internet last night. You guys know what I was doing. Stupid shit. I was like looking up what companies have a good lease purchase, because I'm dumb. And you can bet your ass I'm going to do it again at some point, because I can't afford to buy a truck, right? So I'm going to be like, oh, this will be a really good lease purchase, and I'll go into that and do it, and then I'll find out a month later that it sucks and I'm not making any money. And I'll repeat the damn process over and over. I had to put my phone away. I was like, just go away. Now, why am I so adamant about lease purchase? Well, straight up, I can't afford a truck. I don't have a down payment for a truck. I don't have any money set aside for maintenance, so I can't own my own truck, right? Man, I mean, I know this is all by design. We don't want, like, the little guy just, like, getting too far ahead, obviously. And, you know, it's, if you approach a guy and say, hey, no money down, no credit check, we could put you in a truck, obviously that's going to come at a premium. The truck's going to cost more. But, man, would it be crazy, so fucking crazy, to say, maybe we don't hyperinflate that cost of the lease truck, right? And I understand why it's like this. I'll try to remember to get to that in a minute. But, like, maybe, you know, we charge them a little bit of a premium to, you know, take that truck over what it would cost for them if they had the down payment and credit to go to a dealership. Sure, that makes sense, right? Goddamn, does a fair lease purchase out there exist? Because here's where I'd be happy. Here's where I would be happy. I'd be working towards buying a truck, right? And every week that I worked, if I could count on, you know, paying the truck payment, any kind of, you know, maintenance, escrow funds they have, permits, all that stuff, and pay my fuel, you know, pay all my cost for the truck, and at the end of that week, I just worked all week, $2,000 hits my bank account. $2,000, and I still have to set aside taxes. I'm still cool with that number. I would be perfectly fine with that. Now, obviously, you're not saving up a ton, but you don't need to, because on a lease, it's all done. You have the maintenance fund in most leases, so you don't have to be saving a ton. Basically, what you're working towards is ownership of that truck at some point. But man, you do all the math on these leases, and I mean, I've looked over and over at them, guys. Fuel prices are high again. I mean, we felt like we were getting a break there for a while, but I've been looking at them, like all these leases, and I've been going over the rates, doing the math, and I can't seem to get these things over like $1,200 a week is what you're keeping every week, right? So I just keep going back and forth. I wish there was just one company out there, like, or somebody that owned a company that just give me a chance, right? Like, put me in a truck, let's work out a payment plan, and don't price gouge me, and you know, you take your percentage and just let me go to work. If I can make this profitable and I can eventually pay off this truck, you've got a happy guy. And then hey, if you want to go one further, fucking, if you do spot market freight, give me access to the load board, and you'll never even hear from me. You'll get a rate con in your email, and that'll be that. That's all you'll hear from me. So and it's like, I don't know, guys. I'm just begging, like, for the universe to just give me one more fucking shot, one more chance, and I just keep running into fucking roadblock after roadblock. And it's like, yeah, eventually when you get through, sure, maybe you come out stronger on the other side, but man, I'm getting old, and I wonder sometimes, do I have any more fucking fight left in me? Like, where do I go from here? You know? And that's the shit that drives me fucking crazy, because I mean, I'm a good trucker. I'm a very good over-the-road trucker. And I know I make a lot of smart-ass comments about how I'm the best trucker in the world and all that. It's a joke. And the act of actually driving a truck, to me, doesn't really require like an insanely high level of skill. It's driving a truck. It gets to be second nature pretty quickly. You know, when you start to run in, like, the challenges you run into, the things you want to master are the things like the fine tuning that's going to lead to you and your company making more money, and that's managing your clock and running into good areas, and trying to keep your fuel costs down and things like that. Those are the things that, like, really should be setting you apart from the rest of the truckers out here, right? If you can master those things, then why couldn't you be successful, right? And it's like, fucking, a lot of it's my own stupidity. I fucking know it. There's things I have done so fucking wrong in this business, but I can't shake the feeling that I'm never gonna recover. Like, I'm never gonna recover. I'm never gonna get back to where I was at one point, and I'm just at a loss. So with all that said, I just get to sit here until tomorrow morning because of my tantrum that I threw and said I'm not moving the truck then. I was already approved for time off. But would it be any better, if I'm like just this frustrated? Like, I don't want to be driving down the road. I'd rather just sit here and chill, I'd rather just fucking sit here. But I guess I'm gonna spend the rest of the day like thinking, like trying to clear my fucking head and try to do something for once that makes any goddamn sense. I got a really good friend that keeps telling me that I could go do what he does, and he makes good money, and I just keep being dumb about it, and I'm not doing anything about it. It would require me to get hazmat. I don't have hazmat. And then I just keep making excuse after excuse for why I don't want to get hazmat when I could just get the fucking thing, But anyways, I don't know, guys. I'm just at a loss. Like, I thought I was doing a really, really good job for this company. I love that they keep me running, that they keep me busy and making money. I mean, I needed that. Not a fucking moment too soon for that shit. That's great. But I mean, the very first time I asked for home time, they just straight up ignored it, and there's nothing I can do. So I need to find eventually that balance. Like, this company has a lease program, but I can't make the money make sense on it. Like, as much as I want to, over and over, I cannot make the money make sense. And I have done the math on their lease so many fucking times. Can't make it make sense. Not with these fuel prices. So I I might go through that math again because I really don't want to switch companies, but I'm going to go through that math again and I'm going to come up with the same fucking result. This doesn't make sense. Why would I do this? I'm chewing on my lip and everything. I mean, I don't know, man. If you guys got any reasonable ideas, I'm listening, but I just can't find the right answer in this damn industry 10 years into it, and I don't know what the fuck to do with it. I wish I wasn't just sitting here thinking, though, but I am. So anyways, that's long enough. I'll see you guys soon.